Okay, so I did my first day at the Boys and Girls Club on Wednesday, 4 to 6, and right now it's Friday at 4:45. I can show you it there. Okay. The 16th. I went on the 14th, and I spent most of my or all of my time with the younger kids. I didn't get to go into the teen room at all, but that's something that I do plan to do next visit. I want to be able to talk to kids who are actually in health classes. But with the elementary school kids, I found myself in a couple of really good conversations, and I was actually like surprised. More so than knowing really what I was getting into, but I found myself in conversations with a group of girls who range from like second to fifth grade, and we talked about cooties. And every once in a while, boys would run over, and it was while we were in the gym, so there was a lot going on. But we talked about cooties and at what age they think that they grow out of cooties, and it kind of gave me an insight, like of what they think of themselves, like their sex and sexuality, and like how they can't touch boys or be seen like playing games with boys until I think they said middle school is when they grow out of it, and only girls can have cooties. Boys can't have them. They can only get them. And then I had a conversation with a couple of kids about their families at home. And I didn't talk to any kids that were only childs, like only children in their families. Everybody had at least 3 siblings. So I found that to be, I guess, expected for the area that we live in, knowing that there are a lot of children here. And at the Boys and Girls Club, I figure that there'll be a lot of siblings at home that range from like really old 20s. One of an 8-year-old said she had a 24-year-old brother, and she was the youngest. So it was eye-opening to see the different families that the kids come from and how they live at home. And then we also talked about exercise in school and what they really do, and I couldn't really get too much out of them about what they do at school because they didn't really want to talk about school. But I do know that going into it next time, I think being with the older kids, I might be able to ask health-related questions that they can relate to what they've learned in their health class, hopefully. And I think that if I was to try to come up with some sort of plan to talk with the younger kids about health subjects, I think definitely I would make it age appropriate, because I feel like I went into a lot of the conversations hoping that they would talk a lot more than they did. And so I think that I need to plan what I'll talk to them about: foods, exercises, what it does for your body. And then with the older kids, I want to talk about their families and the relationship that they have with their siblings or parents, or if they're working, or the different things they have going on in their lives. But I definitely need to plan